Hey everyone, it's Nathan Orenstein with The No Show, here to talk about One Night in Miami. One Night in Miami is written by Kemp, directed by Regina, and stars Kingsley, Ben-Adir, Eli Goree, Aldis, Hodge, and Leslie Odom Jr. It's based on the play of the same name by Kemp and is available to stream on Prime Video. One Night in Miami is about a fictional meeting between Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, Cassius Clay, and Jim Brown following Clay's upset victory over Sonny Liston for the heavyweight title. The movie briefly introduces us to each of these larger-than-life figures before spending the majority of the time in a single conversation between the four of them. The true star of the show here is Kemp Powers' screenplay, and honestly this movie would probably fall flat on its face without it. One Night in Miami is just about 2 hours long, and probably an hour and a half of that is spent basically just as dialogue. There isn't much at all in terms of theatrics. It's just an hour and a half of really thought-provoking dialogue between four incredibly important black men at the height of their fame. This had the potential to be really boring, and it probably could have felt forced too, but luckily One Night in Miami never succumbs to either of these things. Instead, we get four different viewpoints on black people's place in 1960s America from four prominent black men, and these differing viewpoints lead to some very interesting conflict. The acting that supports the portrayal of these men is great all around too. I don't really expect much in the form of Oscar buzz for these performances per se, but I do think all four leads deliver powerful performances with emotional nuance. They offer very different things to the film overall, and these differences really keep this conversation interesting. I also want to mention that One Night in Miami has a lot of humor, which I just wasn't expecting at all. I don't really have much else I want to say here, aside from a couple things that I might have changed. I thought the scenes at the beginning of the movie that introduced us to the main players of this story were fine, though nothing memorable. Regina King's direction here is solid, but I don't think it does much to add to the screenplay and the rawness of the performances, and this is especially true in these introductory scenes. I also think that Jim Brown's role here is just much less than the other three. It honestly kind of left me wondering why he was even included at all. I really did enjoy his brief moments of importance, and I thought he was portrayed really well, but it's clear he got the short end of the stick in terms of screen time. Neither of these things are really issues I have with the movie, maybe just things that could have been improved. In terms of true negatives, I guess I would say that I wasn't really a huge fan of the editing, but that's a nitpick at best. I really don't have much else to say about this one. I guess I'll add that it's one of those movies that really kind of picks up steam as it goes along. So if you're not feeling it at first, then maybe stick with it a bit longer. Other than that, I just think this is a great film overall with hardly anything bad about it. It's so cool seeing these four share a conversation over the course of a full movie, and it never gets boring. I'm giving One Night in Miami an 8 out of 10. If you enjoyed the review, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you've seen One Night in Miami already, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I've been Nathan Orenstein with The No Show. Thanks for watching.